Hello everybody, and welcome to a new Sunday evening show. Well, it's a one-off. I'm going to be telling you about this, my Creative Breakthrough Challenge, which is starting on Monday. I'm looking like this tonight. Hello, how are you doing? Creative Breakthrough Coach, I'm calling myself today. I don't normally call myself anything. I prefer people to tell me what they've done recently rather than what they are. It's a little bit more truthful, I think. Anyway, I'm going to be telling you all about this, and this is happening tomorrow. Well, in fact, it's happening now. You can start now, you can join and get in on the action. You can discover the challenge website, you can get into the group, you can introduce yourself, and yeah, right now you can actually start, so I recommend you do. It's called the Creative Breakthrough Challenge, and I'm going to spend today telling you about it. So when I did this as a single video, it took 3 minutes, but I'm thinking that we can have a chat. You can say hello, you know, in the usual style. If you've got any questions about this challenge, let me know. I've got my special, hang on, I've got my special creative mug with me, right? So I'm on target, I'm on focus, I'm on topic. So if you've got any questions about creativity, productivity, this challenge, which is starting now for the next 5 days, let me know. It's going to be really good fun. So this is what it's going to be like. We're going to start. By the way, do say hello. This is actually an interactive show, so it's not a problem. If you want to say hello, I will say hello to you, because I've already done the quick 3-minute video which this PowerPoint is based on, telling you about the challenge. So I've got Thomas saying hello. Hello, Thomas. So what's happening is it's a 5-day challenge. I know there's a lot of them around, but here's another one, and it's mine. None of them are like mine. Just bear that in mind. There's lots of them out there, but none of them are like mine. Dorothy's here. Hello, Dorothy. And Thomas is saying this. So many mugs, so crazy. That's a beautiful word, actually. So many mugs, so crazy. And there's probably some mugs you haven't seen. So this challenge starts tomorrow, but you can book up now. Go to infinitecreativitynow.com/5days and book up. It's free. And this is a little different from my other challenges. I've done photographic challenges. It's not one of those. I did another creative challenge in Iskra's group in the summer. It's not like that either. It's different. So this is basically for you if you want to explore or even explode your creativity. How does that sound? Don't explode your heads, just your creativity. So it's fun, it's fast. So I'm planning on each video being a video a day, 5 minutes. And the video is going to, I didn't say this in the recorded version of this. The videos, there's going to be 2 things. One is more of a reflective thing where you reflect on your creativity, you think about it. And the other is an actual task, an actual little activity. So it'll be, I'm absolutely aiming. I know you know me. If I say 5 minutes, you're thinking, oh, what, 25? No, I'm definitely going for 5 minutes. And I want the task, the reflective task, the creative task to be very, very quick as well, because everybody's got so much on. Having said that, we all have the same amount of time, don't we? So it's not really about having too much on, it's about choices. And I think you should choose this challenge. So it's a 5-day exploration, 5 to 10 minutes a day. Fascinating exercises and reflections. Look, it's about you and your creativity. How fascinating wouldn't that be? You know, it's about you. Becoming as creative as you would love to be. I've got my theories on creativity and how it relates to us as human beings, and you will hear about them in the first day of the challenge. So check in for that. By the way, if you think you're not creative, I'm not having any of it. Go! Out of my sight! No, not exactly out of my sight, but I'd like to change your ideas. If you think in any way that you have problems with creativity, you're not creative, you weren't born with the creative gene, well, I respect that you might think that, but I ain't going to leave it there. So basically, what are you into creatively? And it doesn't matter. It could be arty, you know, painting could be your thing. Hello, sorry, I've got 𝗘𝗏𝗃 here, my dear friend 𝗘𝗏𝗃. Hello 𝗘𝗏𝗃. So for this challenge, it doesn't matter what your artistic thing is. And I'll be honest with you, you're not going to do a huge artistic project in 5 days. That's not really what it's about. So it's if you're into arty stuff, painting, writing, it could be acting, dancing, singing, gardening, pottery, sculpture, making things out of toothpicks. It really doesn't matter. It could be pro. Now, in terms of artisticness, you can be creative in any aspect of your life. I'll go into more of this on day 1, but you can be creative in planning your career, creative in exercising your profession, for sure. Of course, projects demand a lot of creativity, as do designing things, and it can certainly be personal creativity. You can definitely be creative in relationships. Not doing the same thing every day, for example. Creative in your personal development. You can be creative in how you create your diet, your exercise regime. Lots of ways of being creative. You can even be creative in the way you organize your workspace or your home space, for sure. So all of those lend themselves to creativity. So the Creative Breakthrough Challenge will turbocharge you. Now I think I say something else here. In terms of why I call it the Creative Breakthrough Challenge. What do I mean by breakthrough? Well, I think I mentioned insights in a moment, so I'll come back to that in a second. Yeah, sorry, there it is in the title. New Insights Daily. Now, I promise you that you will have insights about creativity. What is an insight? I've just got a few people here. I'm just going to say hello each time I change the slide. Hello, Karen. Nice to have you here. And 𝗘𝗏𝗃 is saying hello to Thomas, and Thomas is saying something else. Insights are things that come to you that you haven't thought about before, and often they're ones that really help, that really change the way you look at things. So I don't know what insights you're going to have, and I can't give you the insights, but I can almost certainly guarantee that you will have insights. You see the difference there? If you put yourself in a place, in a situation where you are open to new ideas, open to inspiration and insights, things that you see from within, they will come. But we're not always in that situation. We don't always give ourselves that space to have those wonderful ideas that come from who knows where. So on this very, very short challenge, I'm sure you will have some. In fact, I'm designing it so that you will. And these sort of insights could bring more fun into your life, make you feel happier about your life. To be honest, for me, creativity and leading a good life, they go hand in hand. That's why I'm so sort of obsessed by it. Increase your feelings of connectedness. For me, creating is one part of a process, but it's nothing until you've shared it. You share it so that someone else can enjoy your creativity, get inspired themselves, and then create something and share it with you. It's a beautiful cycle. Help you explore your purpose. Now, this sign might sound deep and meaningful, and that's because it is. Really. You look into creativity, and we're going to, maybe not on this course, but it links back to when you were a kid doing things when no one told you what to do. This was pure creativity. This is something we lose in many cases. And this is something deep, deep down we wish we hadn't lost. So yeah, help you explore your purpose. Very definitely that might happen. And it'll hopefully help you open your mind and your heart to fresh ideas. That's what I'm about. And ultimately, lots of new stuff will come out. That's how the mind works. Stimulate it, it'll give you lots of ideas. And the heart, of course. So, this isn't a thing that we do on our own. Creativity is very much a team effort, in a way. Okay, when you're creating something, you're often on your own, but you haven't created it in a vacuum. So let me tell you a little bit about how my creative universe is going to meet yours. And yes, you do have one. Half my life has been spent in Paris, half of it elsewhere. And in Paris, I really found something that inspired me. I pretend that I say that the Eiffel Tower is my muse, Lady Eiffel, I call her. And Paris is my muse as well. It just inspires me. So honestly, I've been heavily into this idea of creativity, creating things. It doesn't matter what they are, as being a really great way to feel some sort of deep connection to life itself. And I should insist on that. I should stress that. Honestly, it doesn't really matter what you create. You know, size doesn't matter, big or small doesn't matter. If it takes you a long time or you do it quickly, if it's expensive or it doesn't cost anything, honestly, this does not matter. It's about creating as opposed to not creating. Bringing something into existence which didn't exist before with your own hands as opposed to sitting on the couch watching Netflix. I'm not saying there isn't a time for that, but maybe not all the time. So half my time is spent creating. I can almost genuinely say that. I do absorb stuff, of course, otherwise I wouldn't have anything to churn around in my head. But most of this half of my time is spent creating stuff, pictures, things to do with, you know, colours, words. And the other half is getting other people to be as creative as they possibly can. Like this, like now, like this challenge. And yeah, so basically colours and words are my main raw materials, I would say. What are yours? I'd love to know what your raw creative materials are. That'd be very interesting. Got 𝗖𝗥𝗘𝗦𝗃 watching. Hi 𝗖𝗥𝗘𝗃. Nice to have you here. I hope you're going to do the 5-day challenge with us. Yeah, so just tell me in the chat, what are your creative raw materials? I'll give you an idea. I'm calling mine colours and words. You know, so you could call yours, I don't know, newspapers if you rip them up and paint them, or you could call them clay if you're a sculptor. Hello 𝗖𝗥𝗘𝗏, nice to have you here. So basically 𝗖𝗥𝗘𝗏, I'm just going through the little promo PowerPoint that I recorded yesterday in 3 minutes, but I'm taking my time. You can ask questions about creativity, you can discuss it. And you've missed some really great stuff already. So yeah, I want to know what yours are. What are your raw creative materials, people? And I'm talking to you. Yes, you. Type in the chat now. I can see how many people watching. I want to see that many responses. What are your raw materials for creating? I don't care what you say, but write something. Take action. This is a recurring theme for me. You'll see this during the week. We don't create in a vacuum, so let's do this together. What are your raw materials for creating? Okay, so this is a very short thing. There's only about 6 slides. So basically, did I just mention action? Yes. Action leads to reaction. This is one of my pet themes. Action rather than inaction. So normally what happens is when you take action, you do something. And I'm not talking about, you know, if it's scary, if you're worried, you're nervous about people's reaction. I'm just saying the fact of taking action. What happens? You normally get a reaction. And normally it's a fantastic one. You know, people get really worried about it, you know, but normally reactions are great. People like it when people create things or take action. Normally, you know, unless you're sort of a mass murderer or something, that's not a good action. But most people love it when people start things. Be the person who starts things. You, be the person who starts things. I invite you to. If you don't think the reaction is as good as it could have been, you can still learn from it. You might even learn more from it than if everyone just said, oh, how wonderful. So honestly, there's almost no downside to taking action, I would say. Action trumps inaction. So, oh, sorry for swearing. Action trumps inaction always. I'm not saying there isn't a time to sit down, close your eyes and meditate, but you know what I mean. You never know what's going to happen. That's the thing. When you take action, you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know who's going to see your creation. You don't know who's going to be touched by it and feel chills in their cheeks when they read your poem. You don't know. But if you don't do anything, none of that will happen. That you can be sure of. How boring would it be if you did know what was going to happen? You know, would you like to know the date of your demise? I wouldn't. Inaction, that's the sort of flip side. Inaction, do nothing, you'll probably get nothing at all in return. Karen says it depends what day it is. And now you're talking about your raw materials. Well, give us an example, Karen, give us an example. Despina says, pencil to be. To be or not to be? I use to be, yeah? And paper, there you go. Beautiful raw materials. Karen, I think your raw materials are probably sometimes similar, aren't they? Some sort of surface to create on and something to make marks with it. Come on, you other people, what are your raw materials for creating? Could it be pixels on a camera? And how are we doing? I think we're nearly at the end now. So this is the end of this little presentation. So my invitation is to take action today. Dorothy is saying, raw materials to create is spirituality. When I dance, paint, drum, heal, coach, create with people, nature. That is a beautiful way of thinking of raw materials, isn't it? Raw materials is nature itself, life itself, the leaves on the trees, the people that you're working with, maybe something invisible in the air that we can't even see, we can just maybe sense. That's beautiful, really nice. You know, I'm not looking for, there aren't correct answers and incorrect answers here. I hope you realise that. Thanks, Dorothy. Any more raw materials, folks? So this is my invitation to you. It's to take action today and literally right now. It's open. You can start. It's going to go to infinitecreativitynow.com. I'm going to make that even more impressive for you. infinitecreativitynow.com/5 days. Here you will see a page with a pink button. You can read the blurb if you want. Click the pink button and you need to enter a coupon code. The coupon code is 5 days. 5, the letter 5, days, but in capital letters, okay? Big letters, 5 days. Put it in the box saying coupon code. All the credit card stuff disappears. There's just a button. You put in your name, your email address, and there's a thing that says purchase now, but you're not purchasing anything. You're not giving any money. You're just joining the course because it's free for you. And then you join, a wonderful experience. I've decided to use my entire main platform for this 5-day challenge, my main 9-week masterclass platform for this 5-day challenge. So it's maybe overkill. You'll be getting a beautiful site just for these 5 days. So I do recommend you go for it. What else have we got here? We got Thomas is saying, hi Iskra, well, fair enough. And looking forward to the challenge. Yeah, it should be fun. You know, it's going to be relaxed. It's not going to be like my selfish challenge from last year, which was about like 25-minute videos. I went a bit over the top there. This is going to be 5 minutes, chilled out, a few slides, a few points, a couple of things to do. That's it. And so yeah, in terms of breakthroughs, I did want to say what I meant by breakthrough, because it's called the Breakthrough Challenge, the Creative Breakthrough Challenge. And what I want you to have is a creative breakthrough. In other words, I want something to change in you over these 5 days. I want you to look at creativity differently. A breakthrough means you move to a different level of understanding, a different way of looking at things. And I want you to have this. I want to be your partner in making your life more creative if you want to. It's not for me to tell you what you want, but I love working with people, playing with people who want to be as creative as they can in life. That's my purpose. It's what I've decided my purpose is going to be, or it's the purpose that found me, however you want to look at it. That's what I do. So I'm kind of assuming you're on the same wavelength as me. So I want you to have a breakthrough this week. I want you to look at your creative life differently or at a different level. Maybe be even more passionate about it, more determined to spend more time creating, sharing, and touching more people. What's the word I'm looking for? Impacting more people in a positive way. Because that's what happens. When you create, you take action. And you share, and you impact more people. You make more of a difference in other people's lives through whatever it is that you've created. And it's unique. It's unique. That's why you make a difference. Because you give to people something that no one else could give. No one. That's why I never ever accept people saying, yeah, but he's better than me. Yeah, but I'm crap. Yeah, but all this comparison stuff. I never accept it. It's absolutely irrelevant and pointless. Because we're not the same. We're not the same, you know. And maybe someone does seem to be a bit further along the path on something similar to what you do. Who cares? They've got the people that will like them. You've got the people that will like you. And some of the people that want to need you as their creative person in their life, they would never want the other guy, ever. And vice versa. Okay, so I'm so happy Kirsten has joined the challenge. Yeah, so am I. So am I, Thomas. Dorothy says, what time? Well, it starts now if you like. You can join up, if you've joined up now, so you can go to the Infinite Creativity Now Facebook group and introduce yourself in the thread, which you can find on the masterclass site. You should have access to that now. And tomorrow, I think around about midday, the first video will be released, and then you'll have a small, so it's about 5 minutes, you'll have a small exercise to do, and post the results in the Facebook group, and that's it. And I'm planning on doing a live, possibly each evening, possibly every evening, just to talk about the entries. This will be recorded, so you don't have to be there, okay? I want everything to be as easy as possible. You don't have to be there for anything. You just have to do it at some point during the day, watch the video. At some point during the day, enter the your assignment, whatever it is, very small thing. Could be posting a photograph of something that you've created. And if you can, watch the live video at some point. You know, it doesn't have to be live. But I will be giving away prizes. And I've imagined 22 prizes, count them, 10, 22, with two big prizes. Two big prizes. One big prize, I'll tell you tomorrow. But there will be daily prizes and nice prizes. You know, not rubbish, not nothing, not just talking to me. There'll be a couple of nice prizes each day like that. So that's it basically. There is one more slide on this, I think. As soon as you join, do the fun warm-up activity. There's a couple. You start winning points as soon as you join. Okay, I've got my platform is a gamified platform. So every time you do one of the exercises, it could be something as simple as, I don't know, saying hello in the group, Facebook group, or checking your email. You can click a button and you get points. Ka-ching! And you'll see your points mounting as you go through the process. So do the fun warm-up activity. Start winning XPs, experience points, every time you do something. Click XP when you've done it. Bam! Click the points. You get points. And feel your creativity start to explode. Thomas is saying, hi Ingrid. Hello Ingrid. I can't even see that Ingrid is here because well, I can't. I can only see your comments. Does it still say, yeah baby? Not necessarily, no. I might have changed it to something else. I can actually record my own. Do you think I should do that? Shall I record my own? I had myself bonging my drum on one of them, where it said, that deserves a bong, dong, 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 dong. This is, if you don't know, when you click that you've done an action, there's a little celebration. And you never know, there might be a big celebration at the end of the last activity on every day. We'll see. So that's basically it for tonight. I just wanted to say a quick hello. And I'll just put it back to the beginning. So I hope that sounds good to you, and it should be fun. And yeah, this will lead into my creative masterclass, which is about a week afterwards. And if you do, people who do this challenge and anyone in my groups will get a further discount on that, even more than the early bird price. But this is completely independent of the creative masterclass. It's standalone. It's to boost you in 5 days. I hope it will boost your creativity greatly. And it's not the same as the one I did in Ipska's group. It's different, and you'll see that they're both fine, but they're not exactly the same approach. All right, so Thespin is saying, yeah, definitely do that. Yeah, well, I might save that to the for the masterclass itself. We'll see. All right, people. So that was it. That was a quickie. I hope you join the Creative Breakthrough Challenge. Please ask any of your friends to come along as well, and if they'd like a little boost, a little bit of fun, and it's more fun to do it together. So So there you go. Hope you've had nice weekends. Here in Paris, it's kind of not much happening. You know, we've still got the lockdown. We have to be inside by 8 o'clock. Can you imagine? 8 o'clock in the evening, we have to be inside, not travelling. So I don't know what it's like where you are. Do you wanna quickly tell me? Do you have a curfew where you have to be inside by a certain time? It's kind of weird, isn't it? I did manage to get into Paris though a couple of times. So there's a few new. Well, there's always new photographs on my profile, but literally new, not from the archives, literally from a couple of days ago. Some nice new ones of the Lady Eiffel, for example. So I'll be doing another show where I talk about my latest photographs, probably on Tuesday as usual. 9 o'clock curfew for Despina. Okay, you've got an hour more than we have, and you're an hour ahead of us. So does that mean you've got 2 hours more? I don't know. Everything is closed anyway. Everything is closed, so there's no point going out. Right. Yeah, I don't know if the parks must be open, are they? Or maybe not. Don't know. And there's snow in some of your necks of the woods, aren't there, Karen? Ronnie says, hello, Ronnie. Been there with lockdown. Right. Hello, Ronnie. Nice to have you here. And nice to have you on the challenge. That's wonderful. Yeah, I don't know when it's going to ease up. And I've got this dream of running Paris retreats. I want to run 3 Paris retreats a year. Ronnie's saying, hot in Australia, 38 today. Well, it's chilly here in Paris, Ronnie. 38. You're talking 38 degrees C, which is what we have in France. We have C's in France. Yeah, that's hot, isn't it? You know what? Even in Paris last year, well, these years, it's touching 40. It's ridiculous. It's getting crazy, you know. So as I was saying, one of my dreams is, and I wanted it for this year, 2021, was to run Paris retreats. So people come to Paris for a week, and from Monday to Friday we do a retreat. We do a Paris retreat, which is the first one that I was planning is a transformational life retreat. So it's for people who want to transform their lives, go from one stage of their lives to the next stage, and then another one is going to be a photographic retreat, learning all about photography, going to some cool Paris places for 5 days, and the final one will be a writing retreat, and people come to Paris and get inspired by Paris itself, and we explore the writing process for 5 days. And retreats are not the same as, you know, workshops or things like that. It's much more the experience of being here, going places, and getting to know new people. So it's not at all the same as doing a masterclass, for example. The two would be very complementary, which is good, isn't it? You can do both. You can do my masterclasses, and you can come to Paris for my retreats. Great. See you then. Just don't hop on the plane quite yet. Rub it in, Ronnie. Yeah, but Karen, you know, that's damn hot. I don't know if 38 would be a really fantastic relief from -8 or whatever you're at. Thomas is saying, hi Ronnie, we have snow in Germany. We haven't had snow in Paris. I want snow. And Dorothy is saying, I don't know. We have a new pandemic law. Not sure how they will use it. Yeah, well, at the moment, the curfew is 8 o'clock in the evening where I am. All right, well, I'm not going to drag it out. That was it. Sign up for this. Get your friends to sign up. They can sign up tomorrow. It's not a problem, but as soon as possible. And let's get going on this thing. Should be fun. Got about 20 people doing it so far. So if we could have another few, that would be great as well. So let's go for it. And it's me, over and out, except to tell you that I'm still doing my new thing, which is called Creative Breakthrough Coaching Bites. Creating Breakthrough Coaching Bites, or CB squared, CBCB for short. And it's 9 minutes. Yeah, I'm getting into this restricted timing things. So it's 9 minutes where I give you 3 minutes, I give you a quick tip on life or on creativity as I see it. Another 3 minutes to kind of explain it or give you an anecdote or something. And then the final 3 minutes to chat with you, you know, if you've left any comments. That's my new thing, Monday, Wednesday and Friday. Let's see how long I will keep that up. I've kept it up for 4 shows so far. That's pretty good going. Okay, My aunt is in Germany, says Ronnie. Okay. Yeah, I used to live in WA when I was a kid, Western Australia, Perth, near Perth. South Como, for those who know it. But from when I was 9 to when I was 10. Wonderful. I was just old enough to not have forgotten. Thankfully. Kangaroos are so soft when you stroke them. Incredible. It's like just, you know, the softest thing imaginable. I never stroked a koala bear though. And on that note, I shall leave you. Thank you for watching, everyone. Sign up for the Creative Breakthrough Challenge and let's enjoy the ride and see what happens next. Bye for now.